What's up, sisters? It's your boy, Beef, and yes, I'm finally back. I just finished a big move across the country, so today we're going to be catching up on over a month's worth of the best new mods for Baldur's Gate 3. And y'all, it's absolutely a huge list. We've got some new subclasses, new armor sets, gear, pool floaties, automatic rifles, everything that you could possibly want for Baldur's Gate 3. So whether you're here for fashion, flavor, or full-blown chaos, there's probably something in this video for you to sink your teeth into. It's a list of almost 40 mods to cover, so let's jump straight on into it. We're going to start today's video by going over a ton of new, really cool clothing and equipment mods for all you adventuring fashionistas out there. Starting off strong, we have the Eternal Queen set by creator Skirby. This is a new outfit for your Tav to wear that looks pretty snazzy and even includes some custom jiggle physics for those of you who are interested in that sort of thing. This outfit looks obviously pretty cool, if you know what I mean. We can go down here and see on the mod page, there's a little video here that shows off the jiggle physics. If you can see, there's a little bit of jiggle physics in, the chest region. It looks pretty good, if you ask me. Next up, we have a whole suite of new outfit mods that were originally created by Ren for the Nexus, but were recently ported to Mod.io by creator Eclipse. First up, we have the Valkyrie Queen armor. This one is really cool looking with tons of detail, a really cool helmet, and also a really fantastic cape that just screams Valkyrie. It's exclusively for body type 1 characters, but let's be honest, that's what like 90% of characters we make are at this point. As you can scroll through here, you can see all the fine details that are on this armor. It's got this really cool kind of look to it, very Valkyrie, very heavy. You can see this really cool helmet here with these kind of dragons here, and this really cool kind of like, I don't know how to explain it other than Valkyrie. We can scroll through here and see the really cool cape it's got. It's a really nice armor set. I'm a big fan of this one. Next, we have an outfit made special for you fans of Elden Ring. The Queen Marika outfit is really nice and has a sort of angelic, divine Elden Ring vibe to it. As you can scroll through here, we can see all of the cool detailing, like these gold leafing and the belt, and as we scroll down, we can see all this really awesome kind of gold weaving on the arms and details. Really cool here. This is what it looks like in a cutscene when you decide to play with it. We also have the Dawn Maiden outfit, which is a little bit similar in look, but has its own unique flair. As we scroll through it, it's got this really cool helmet here, which is very Halo-like in appearance. It's perfect for a light priestess, and I'm just a big fan of the way this looks. It's got a really cool kind of blend of different assets from the base game and custom assets. Really cool. Honestly, just one of my favorite new outfits that are available for it. We also have the Woodland Elf outfit, which has a very natural elven sort of vibe to it, and includes a crown that features antlers adorned with leaves and other decorations. As we scroll over to the right, it wouldn't let me do it. As we scroll over here, you can see a more close-up image of the crown, and it's got all these really cool kind of things dangling off of the antlers. Really nice look, some kind of leaf jewelry, some other, I don't even know what they really are. Really cool looking. It's got this really nice vibe. It's got this kind of leaf wrapping around the body and the arms. Really cool. And as you scroll, you can keep seeing all these really cool little details that are available for it. It comes with the cape, which you can obviously wear, or you can just go full body revealing and do that if you're really into that kind of thing. Our last outfit from Ren and Eclipse is the Hunter outfit, which I am absolutely a huge fan of. It's got this sort of Bloodborne-esque Dami-Mami vibe to it that feels kind of like if Black Widow found herself in old Yharnam for whatever reason. It's black, latexy, and has feathers on it, and includes this big ominous hat right here. How cool is that? It's got a very heavy kind of Bloodborne vibe, especially with the sort of black raven sort of feathery cape to it. I love it. It definitely feels very Bloodborne, if you ask me. Next up, we have the Vestments of Unyielding Radiance by J. Radicus, which is similar in vibe to the Valkyrie Queen set, but it has its own unique flair. It's perfect for an angelic paladin, maybe an Azamar or something along those lines. This one is a full set of legendary armor, including unique passives and buffs that play into the character fantasy, but is very powerful, so difficulty enhancing mods are definitely recommended. There are some images in here that show what it looks like. If we scroll down, we can see a breakdown of all of the different passives and abilities that are available on this. The Ascendant Edge is a blade, which gets Ascendant Luminosity, Radiant Mark, Illuminated Guidance, and active Dawnburst Charge, the Fortress of Light, the Solar Veil Mantle, the Sunlash Gauntlets, Lightbrand Cuirass, the Judicator's Crown, the Judgment's Advance, and the Callous Coruscation Ring. So you get a full set of all gear to be able to wear with this cool new outfit. Next up, we have some cosmetics that are a little bit more for fun. We have the Ace Summer Vibes by Ace243, which is perfect for some beachy summertime flavor for all you tropical baddies out there. It includes straw hats, bikinis, swimming shorts, and new camp decorations like bathtubs, beach hairs, and even a floating ducky. As you can see here, we've got a little image of Karlach wearing a bikini and a straw hat, and she's chilling out, lounging on a beach chair. It looks like it came from the Nautiloid, but that's okay. It's still a nice little beach chair for her to take a nap on. We can scroll over here and see a video that shows a little breakdown of what everything kind of looks like. We've got Shadowheart doing a dance in the tub. Look at her go. She's having the time of her life. Get that, Shadowheart. Also by Ace243, we have Spicy Dwarven Camp Couture, which adds some new outfits for all your Dwarven characters. I feel like dwarves and the other short races often get ignored, so this is fantastic for some new clothing options tailor-made for those body shapes and sizes. You can see here all the different options. There's this one, which is really nice. There's these two, and all of these. There's just some really cool options in here for you to play with on a Dwarven character. And finally, our last clothing mod is by creator Skirby. We have Skirby's Comfy Clothy Underwear. This one includes a selection of comfy clothes for your body type 1 and 3 characters, like these shorts and tank tops, which we'll show as we kind of scroll through. These are clothes that are comfy for your tab to wear when lounging around camp. You kind of know the vibe that we're going for as we scroll through. We've got this kind of lingerie kind of vibe here. We've got some really cool little tops and bottoms, and also we've got this cool like tank top with spaghetti straps and these cool shorts. You know the kind. They're pretty much everyone's got a pair of these. I mean, not me. I don't wear those kind of shorts, but lots of people do. You know what I mean. We got some cool pictures here that show off what they look like, and just some really cool vibes here for some comfy clothes for your tab to wear. Next up, we have a ton of character creation cosmetics to go over, including some new hair and faces. First, we have the big one called Tavs Hair Salon by Tori and Padme4000. This mod is absolutely huge and was also recently made available for console users. It includes over 150 unique hairstyles for body type 1 and 2 characters, and it doesn't replace any of the vanilla hairstyles if you still prefer one from the base game. There's a small selection of what this mod offers here. There's only about 3 images in here, but there's obviously over 150 different hairstyles for you to choose from. There's some really cool looks in here if you just want to go ahead and play around with your Tav's new hairstyles. Next, we have a mod which adds just one hairstyle, but it is a very popular hairstyle. Amanda Hairstyle by KZ Sims adds, well, the Amanda hairstyle. It currently has over 10,000 downloads, almost 11,000, which is kind of crazy for just one hairstyle, but I do have to admit it's a pretty nice look. It feels very modern, like it's just sort of fresh out of a salon in downtown Miami Beach. It's got a really nice vibe to it. It fits pretty well for obviously a man and a woman. Really cool vibe. I like it. Next, we've got some head and face mods to go over. The first of which is Aeron Head by Charlotte. It's got a really nice look to it, and it works for several different racial options, including elves, half-elves, drow, humans, and tieflings. As you see here, we've got an elf with no makeup, and we've got some half-elf kind of look here, a drow using the head shape, and also a human, which is really cool. This human has horns. Are we sure that's not a tiefling? I don't know. We also have the Alyssa CC Head preset by Setastarians, ported to Mod.io by creator Eclipse. This one is a really beautiful head preset and features compatibility with drow, half-elves, humans, tieflings, and even Gith Yankee. This one is really beautiful. I'm a big fan of the way that this one looks. We can see a couple different creations that the creator has put together, and they just look really fantastic. I'm a big fan of the way this base looks in-game. Also from Setastarians and ported by Eclipse, we have Maya and Talia head presets, which are awesome and have a really unique look to them. They're really cool. This one is the Maya head preset, as you can see here. It's got a really nice look, and this one is the Talia head preset. Also really awesome and unique. There's not many other things like this in the base game. As you can see here, they just got a really nice look. These are some samples that the creator has put together. I'm a big fan of these ones and excited to use them in the game for myself. Also from Setastarians and ported by Eclipse, we have the Lasses, which is 4 faces made specifically for female half-orcs. I love to see some half-orc representation in the face department because these ones are also pretty few and far between. But as you see here, these are the 4 total of them. We can scroll through and see this one is Trish, which looks pretty nice. We've got Gretchen, we've got Henley, and we've also got Michaela. And the nice thing about these is that even though they do look a little bit more kind of pretty, they're also very powerful and kind of bulky, so they still hold on to that general sort of half-orc kind of vibe to them and don't look just like straight-up humans or drow or whatever. They look very much like half-orcs. Next up, we have the Bloodspun head presets by Alaria, which gives us some faces made specifically for the larger body types 2 and 4. These ones are, although pretty twinky in style, they feature some very angular features, and it comes with 8 new faces in total. We can scroll through here and see what I'm talking about. They're very kind of angular, very pointed, very twinky. They have this kind of Astarian sort of vibe to them, but they are very nice, very emo. You get the kind of vibe that we're going for here. They look really nice, and there's also this really spooky one right here. It's all black and white. Ooh. By the same creator, Alaria, we have the Bloodbound Shadows head presets. These ones are also very twinky and angular in their design, but adds 2 faces that are intended to be siblings from a dream that the creator had one night and wanted to preserve them before they forgot. I know just how that goes because I had a dream last night that I almost forgot, but I had to tell somebody before I forgot about it. But as we see here, we've got Ainari, which is really nice looking, and we've got her brother Achaean. They're really cool. There's some different combinations of different sort of character creations thing that this creator has put together. Looks really nice. I'm a big fan of these. Very cool looking. Next up, by creator Playman, we have a suite of new faces for Gith Yankee characters. We have Lydia's heads for BT1 Gith Yankee volumes 1 through 3. Each volume adds 4 new faces for Femme Gith Yankee characters, which is great to add some variety to your Gith characters. Gith are one of my favorite races in Dungeons & Dragons, so I love having all these options to further customize. If we see here, this is Volume 1, and we've got these 4 head presets here. We've got Elliot, we've got Ezra, we've got Hannah, and we've got Rin. As we go on to Volume 2, we can see these 4 options, including Anju, Cassia, Morgan, and also Olivia. And as we move on to Volume 3, we have these 4 options, which includes Adora, we have Blaze, we have Faith, and we have Yuki. These are just 12 really awesome new Gith presets to add to your game and be able to add even more variety to your female Gith characters. Speaking of Gith, we have Toris GIF presets by creator Tori. This pack includes 5 new faces for Gith Yankee characters, 4 of which are for body type 1 and 1 of which is for body type 2. As we scroll through, we can see some examples of what it looks like in game. We've got these ones, and as we scroll to the end, we can see that this one is the body type 2 character, which is really nice looking and has a cool vibe to it. Our final face mod was created by Mantis and ported over to mod.io by creator Eclipse. Once again, we have Mantis Resident Evil preset collection. This one includes the faces for Ada and Leon from Resident Evil so that you can emulate those characters as your Tav for your next Baldur's Gate 3 run. As we scroll through here, this one is Ada. It's got a really cool, kind of cool look to it and looks just like Ada. And we've got Leon, who is obviously Leon from Resident Evil. This one is just really perfect for all of those Resident Evil fans out there. Next on our list, we have a few gameplay and subclass mods to go over. First, we have a few new subclass from the master themselves, Havsglint. We have the Unbroken Circle Druid subclass, which is what would happen if a Druid decided to become a hardcore fighter, but didn't want to become a true fighter class. It focuses heavily on physical offense and defense, but retains its use of Druidic magic. Specifically, you get Unbroken Shillelagh, Wild Recovery, Shillelagh Mastery, War Druid, and Nature Armor, so that you can really focus on using your Shillelagh to do magical weapon damage, and also still retain that sort of Druidic flair, which is really cool. Similarly, we have the Green Reaper Ranger subclass, which is a ranger that focuses primarily on harnessing the toxic elements of nature to poison and assassinate your foes. It's a very poison-heavy subclass, which is awesome. They aren't the most optimal in Baldur's Gate 3 naturally, but there are mods to fix that issue for you, and one that I'm a huge fan of. I'm a big fan of a good poison build. As you see here, you'll get Envenomed Attack Poison, Toxic Tradecraft, Poison Control, Variegated Vexations, Envenomed Attack Acid, Envenomed Attack Necrotic, and a whole suite of really cool abilities here. Attenuating Toxin, Befuddling Toxin, a steadiness toxin, all of these toxins that can kind of do different things, very similar to the different effects that you can put out, but through a ranger subclass kind of vibe. Potent toxin, lingering toxin, supernatural. There's a lot to mess around with here. Another ranger subclass, we have the Winter Walker, which is obviously a ranger that focuses primarily on frosty abilities and cold damage. It comes from Unearthed Arcana, so it should be relatively balanced for Baldur's Gate 3, which is always a nice plus. You'll get the Frigid Explorer, Hunter's Rhyme, Fortifying Soul, Chilling Retribution, and the Frozen Haunt to be able to do some really cool kind of ice damage with all of your spells and attacks and abilities like that. Our final subclass from Halves Glint is the Astral Domain Cleric, who harnesses the power of the cosmos to deal force damage and utilize teleports to extend the reach of their melee spells. This is really fun thematically for a Gith Yankee cleric if you wanted to create something like that. We have Planar Reach, which allows you to increase the melee range of your spells by 9 meters, Create Void, Spatial Exchange Teleport, Spatial Exchange Swap, and Potent Spellcasting, which is really cool for all of your different kind of astral domain flavor that you want to mess around with. Next on our list, we have a really cool new subclass from Graphic Fade. Have you ever wanted to specialize in grease spells specifically? Of course you have. That's why we have the new Confflagrant Soul Sorcerer subclass, who specializes in being a greasy bastard to the bone. The Confflagrant Soul comes with several new passive abilities and a host of custom grease spells, so you can sling grease to knock your enemies prone and then burn them to a crisp, literally. The subclass also features compatibility with Mistress spells and several of the Dawnstar packs, which is really awesome. As we scroll down through here, we can see we've got Searing Weaponry, Grease Dancer, Grease Kin, so you can summon a Grease Mephit or a Grease Elemental. We've got Searing Flames, Grease Momentum, so that you get extra movement speed when you start your turn on a grease surface. We've got Combustible Kin, so that you can set your Grease Elementals on fire and explode them in a fiery blaze. And luckily, this class is also compatible up to level 20, and we've got a whole bunch of new spells here like Oily Blade, Slick, Scorching Touch, Greased Weapon, Searing Brand, Grease Bomb, Grease Burst, Searing Grease, Volatile Coating. There's a lot of really cool custom spells that are available for this subclass. How cool. Next up, we have a pretty major subclass pack by creator Some Redagnoth. We have 5e Cleric subclasses combined, which adds the fabled Arcana domain, the Forge domain, we also have the Grave domain, the Order domain, Peace domain, and the Twilight domain. There's really so many in here. They all come from Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, as you can kind of tell by the name. These are all well balanced within the 5th edition Baldur's Gate 3 system and add a ton of extra options for your cleric. Twilight Domain is obviously pretty powerful. It's one of the most powerful cleric subclasses in all of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, but these are all incredibly fun to be able to mess around with and just play in your games. Next up, we have the Book of Wizards by creator Incognito Burrito, which adds 2 of their wizard subclasses into the mix. We get access to War Magic and the Order of Scribes. War Magic and the Order of Scribes come from Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition and have some really interesting implementation that will give you some more options when playing as a wizard. War Magic is definitely a combat-focused class who uses evocation and abjuration spells while being able to defend themselves. Similar to the Bladesinger, but obviously a little bit different. They have their own kind of vibes to them. And the Order of the Scribes is a spellbook and scroll master who focuses primarily on just getting as many spells as physically possible. And finally, we have MetaMagic Extended by creator Darkcharl, which is one of my favorite expansion packs. This one adds several new MetaMagic choices for sorcerers, including some of my absolute favorites. We have Empowered Spell, which rolls spell damage with advantage, which is really awesome. We have Seeking Spell, which rolls spell attacks with advantage. And we have Transmuted Spell, which allows you to change the damage type of any elemental spell to a new element of your choice. Cone of Cold, more like Cone of Acid. Or Fireball, you could do Poison Ball. It's really up to you. Anything is possible here. The sky is truly the limit with Transmuted Spell. It's one of my favorite MetaMagic options that's available in 5th edition. Next, we're going to close out this video with some new funny and random mods to spice up your game in interesting ways. First, we have Ace 5 Shadowcats of Ill Omen by Ace243, which is for all you cat people out there. Instead of a Hound of Ill Omen, your Shadow Sorcerers can summon a Cat of Ill Omen, because why the hell not? We can watch this little video here to show there's a Black Panther that you can summon. We've got a little kitty here. We've got, let's go a little further, we've got this saber-toothed cat, which is really awesome. We've got the Black Panther again, and if we keep going, we've got this cool little rainbow parrot-like Tressum. I'm a big fan of that one. It's really cool looking. How awesome is that? You got a parrot. Ooh, this kind of undead Sabertooth. Really cool look to it. We also have Pool Floaties by creator Beator, which adds pool floaties that you can wear on your head, because once again, why the hell not? We have the Duck Floaty hat, which is a duck pool floaty, and it gives you Charisma +2. Attackers can't land critical hits on the wearer. We have the Flamingo Floaty. We have the Canada Goose Floaty. And finally, we have Goose Starian Floaty hat, which is a goose floaty that's dressed just like a Starian, because of course it is. This one is really powerful. You get a +2 charisma bonus, a +2 dexterity bonus, and these are perfect for combining with your kind of beachy summer vibes using the Ace mod from earlier in this video. We also have Scratch Recolored Husky by Graphic Fade, which turns Scratch from an all-white dog into a husky coloring. This is pretty light in its changes, but it's really cool if you just maybe have a husky at home and you want to pretend that you have your own dog in the game. Look at that, he's so cute. He is Scratch, but instead of being all white, he's a little bit of a black and white mix. He looks just like a husky, and he even has heterochromia like so many huskies do. How cool is that? From creator Skirby, we have some more crazy weapon mods. Evelyns Sovereign is a literal automatic machine gun, an M16 or whatever type it is. I'm not sure, so you can just mow down your enemies like Scarface himself. Like other weapon mods, this includes some unique weapon actions and animations, which is really cool. You can add a suppressor to it. You can see it's holstered here on your back with a holographic sight. It's got some really cool looks to it. It's got an uncommon version, a rare version, a legendary version, and also a very rare version. It comes with Equip Suppressor, Burst Fire, Magebreaker Shot, and Mag Dump, which are some unique actions. It is a finesse weapon, two-handed, and technically a light crossbow, just for proficiency's sake. But you can see it's got a really cool look to it here, and some interesting animations that just make this feel like a very complete weapon in the game. We also have the Berserk Guts armor and weapon set by Skirby, so that you can roleplay as Guts from Berserk with a sword and all, because hell freaking yeah. Look at how massive this sword is. It's just like in the manga. Really cool, and I love the way this armor looks. You even have this really cool sort of mounted crossbow on your hand. Really nice looking. We've got this really good sword and armor setup. I'm a big fan. Minsk looks absolutely menacing in it. You can play as Guts from Berserk. How cool is that? We also have Rinny's Homebrew Collection by Rinny1031, which adds over 25 unique magical items with more than 7 unique spells built into them in the game. We have the Cinder Shield. We've got a bunch of these Cataclysmic Seer Eyes and Gravetender's Mark, the Hellish Cloak, a bunch of different options here, the Buccaneer's Boots and the Buccaneer's Hat, Fearmonger. You can see all of them here from Act 1, Act 1.5 and 2, and Act 3, because just like Fade's equipment distribution mod, these ones will appear randomly throughout the game in different locations that are predetermined, which is really cool and makes it feel like you're actually discovering these new items and kind of uncovering new parts of the game that weren't there before. And finally, we have one of my favorite mods ever, the Tyrant of Flavortown by VOINO. This mod turns Gortash into Guy Fieri, shirt, frosted tips, and all. He's the Grand Duke of Flavortown now. As we scroll through, we can see him here wearing his socks and sandals, some shorts, and his fiery button-down shirt with a crazy glasses on. We can see him here. He just looks absolutely menacing. He's a monster. It really kind of fits him perfectly. It's kind of hilarious here, imagining that Ketheric and Orin are like, what are you doing, dude? You've got too much drip. I mean, Ketheric's got some good drip, but now Gortash just beats him out. Look at that. He looks such like a badass. I love it. Flavortown. He's the Tyrant. I love it. But all right, folks, that's going to do it for this giant catch-up showcase. Thanks for hanging out while I get settled into my new place. I've got a ton of stuff planned now that I'm back, so if you saw a mod that you liked or there's something you think I should check out next, drop it in the comments. I'm always down to dig into weird builds, different gear, or whatever is popping off in the modding scene. I appreciate you being here. Like the video if you like the mods, sub if you haven't already, and I'll see you soon with some more builds, showcases, and general nonsense. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!